Buying things in an auction is the most affordable way to obtain the item a person wishes to have. That is why even the internet had provided such sites like eBay in order to provide more affordable items than what the typical market has to offer. Best of all, net auction sites like eBay can provide a number of potential profits for the small-time entrepreneurs who want to in some way or another earn extra income. Through eBay, sellers do not have to build a site just to sell. In fact, there's no investment capital needed in order to start the business. They're just simple things a seller has to do in order to come up with a good sale. Here are some things the seller has to know before putting up a sale. 1. The market value. It's a must for every seller to do some homework first regarding the price of the item in the market. This is to enable the seller to come up with a price that is reasonable enough to compensate the purchasing power of the buyer and the much needed profit of the seller as well. The seller may also look for the other sites that offer the same item so as to give him or her an insight on how he or she should stipulate the price. 2. The item description. It is important for a seller to come up with a detailed description of the item. That is, the seller should be honest enough to put everything that depicts the item's actual state and appearance. It should be based more on information and not just propaganda. 3. The photograph. Pictures are enough to sell the item, but it takes skill to get the right angle and the perfect aura of the item so as to illustrate the best point of view. If the item is clear enough for the buyer to see its specifications, chances are the buyer will purchase it. 4. The seller's requirements. It is an essential thing for the seller to state his or her payment requirements. It's best for the sellers to include everything, especially the additional charges that will apply like shipping fees. 5. The customer service. In order for the seller to close a sale, he or she must be well adept on customer service. That is, the seller should know that it is important to reply on a buyer's inquiry, to answer whenever there is confusion, and to do some follow-ups even if the transaction is finished. As they say, a happy buyer makes a happy seller.